Have you ever stopped to look at your cat's claws and wondered if you should trim them? Is it really necessary? Or can cats take care of that on their own? This is a very common question among pet owners, and the answer isn't as straightforward as it seems. That's why in today's video, we're going to talk about when it is, and when it isn't necessary to trim your cat's claws. We'll look at what the experts say, how to tell if your furry friend needs this kind of care, and most importantly, how to do it safely and without causing stress. And if you enjoy learning more about your pet's behavior and want to give them a happier, healthier life, make sure to subscribe to our channel. We post daily videos made with care and responsibility just for you. Why claws are important for cats. A cat's claws aren't just tools for defense or hunting. They're part of a complex system that involves communication, balance, and overall well-being. When a cat scratches a surface, they're doing much more than sharpening their claws. This behavior is instinctive and serves several purposes. One of them is marking territory. Cats have glands in their paws that release pheromones, chemical signals that carry information about the animal. When they scratch, they leave not only visible marks, but also sense signals that show their presence and define their space. It's like they're saying, "This spot is mine." Scratching also helps cats stretch their bodies, relieve stress, and keep their claws healthy by shedding worn outer layers. It's a natural, necessary behavior that's part of every cat's routine, whether they're kittens, adults, or seniors. When it's not necessary to trim your cat's claws. As we've seen, claws play an important role in a cat's life and shouldn't be trimmed without a good reason. The truth is, not every cat needs regular claw trimming. In many cases, their natural behavior is enough to keep their claws in good shape. Cats that have access to outdoor spaces like yards or gardens often wear down their claws by climbing trees, walking on rough surfaces, or simply playing. This natural wear helps maintain a healthy claw length without human intervention. Even indoor-only cats may not need frequent trimming. We'll talk more about that in the final part of this video. But keep in mind, that doesn't mean you should never check your cat's claws. Even if trimming isn't needed, it's important to look out for broken, ingrown, or oddly growing claws. Claw health is also part of your pet's overall well-being. When it's necessary to trim your cat's claws. While many cats can keep their claws in good condition on their own, there are situations where trimming becomes necessary and even essential for their health and comfort. Even cats that have access to rough surfaces that help wear down their claws naturally don't always manage to keep them at the ideal length. Over time, claws can grow too long, curl inward, and even dig into the paw pads. This can cause pain, inflammation, and difficulty walking. Older cats or those with limited mobility tend to move less, which also contributes to excessive claw growth. Another sign that trimming may be needed is when your cat starts scratching excessively, causing injuries to themselves or to you. Very sharp and long claws can tear fabrics, hurt during playtime, or get caught in blankets and rugs, leading to discomfort and potential accidents. That's why it's important to pay close attention. If you notice that the claws are very long, with thin curved tips, or if your cat is avoiding walking or grooming, it might be time to step in. Trimming, when done carefully and correctly, doesn't hurt and can bring immediate relief to your pet. How to trim without stress. Trimming your cat's claws might seem like a tough task, especially if they're not used to this kind of care. But with patience, affection, and a few simple strategies, you can turn this moment into something calm and even positive for both of you. The first step is to choose a quiet space where your cat feels safe. Avoid doing it during busy times at home or when your cat is very active. Wait for a moment when they're more relaxed, maybe after a nap or a cuddle session. Before you begin, make sure you have a claw trimmer specifically designed for cats. These tools are made to fit the shape and thickness of feline claws. Never use human nail clippers or dog trimmers, as they can crush or splinter the claw. With the trimmer ready, gently hold your cat's paw. Press lightly on the pad to expose the claw. You'll notice a clear part and a pinkish part. That pink area is called the quick, and it contains blood vessels and nerve endings. It's very important to avoid cutting into the quick, as it can cause pain and bleeding. The goal is to trim just the tip of the claw, where it starts to curve. If your cat seems uncomfortable or tries to escape, don't force it. Trim 1 or 2 claws at a time and gradually get them used to the process. Offering treats, affection, or playtime right after trimming helps create a positive association with the experience. Over time, many cats come to accept claw trimming as part of their routine. Alternatives to trimming. If your cat doesn't like having their paws touched, or if you feel unsure and prefer to avoid trimming, there are effective alternatives to help keep their claws in good condition, without stress, and while respecting their natural behavior. The first and most important alternative is to offer a variety of scratching posts. Cats have different preferences, so it's worth trying vertical, horizontal, and angled models, as well as different materials like sisal, cardboard, or wood. Ideally, place these scratchers in strategic spots around the house, especially where your cat spends the most time or has already shown interest in scratching. In addition to scratchers, abrasive mats and interactive toys also help encourage paw use. When your cat moves around, jumps, runs, and plays, they naturally wear down their claws. That's why keeping an active routine and providing physical and mental stimulation is essential for your cat's overall health, and for their claws too. Another great option is to offer furniture or surfaces your cat can safely explore. For example, shelves, stairs, or climbing structures designed specifically for cats. These not only help with claw wear, but also promote well-being and environmental enrichment. Finally, remember that observation is key. Even with all these alternatives, it's important to regularly check the condition of your cat's claws. If they're too long, curved, or causing discomfort, trimming might still be necessary, even if it's done by a professional. The most important thing is to find a balance between care and respect for your cat's natural behavior. Every cat is unique, and with attention and love, you'll discover what works best for them. As we've seen throughout this video, the answer to the question, do you need to trim your cat's claws, isn't so simple, and depends on several factors. Your cat's lifestyle, age, activity level, and even the environment they live in all play a role in that decision. Watch closely and with care. And if you're still unsure or don't feel confident trimming your cat's claws, that's perfectly okay. Talk to a trusted veterinarian or seek help from a trained professional. What matters most is making sure your feline friend is comfortable, safe, and healthy. If this video helped you, share it with other cat lovers. Don't forget to give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you won't miss our upcoming videos, always full of tips made especially for people who love their pets. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.